Hello good people of the internet, my name is Andy and you're watching Geek Curio, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at VR headsets and what role they play in tabletop gaming. Hello there and welcome back. So, VR headsets. To say that I've been interested in some time is actually quite an understatement. So back in the 90s, when VR was pretty much starting to kick off as a bit of a mainstream thing in computer gaming, I remember as a teenager going to Trocadero and having these big VR headsets set up there. Now, back in those days, I think it cost about £5 for 5 minutes of gameplay. Now, back in 1996, I was working for Co-op for about £2 an hour, so that would be about 2.5 hours of work in order for me to get 5 minutes of this new technology. And therefore, I never got to experience it. In the past 10 years, Oculus Rift have been leading the way with VR technology. And only really in the past 3 or 4 years has it started to come down to a more affordable level for the regular consumer. Don't get me wrong, this is still an expensive technology. However, we have seen some low-end production of things such as the Google Cardboard and Daydream, and also the Samsung VR, and also any sort of VR headsets that work with mobile phones. So what are we looking at today? I've recently got hold of the Oculus Quest 2. Now, this is a standalone headset, costs around about £300. The higher model being 400, and that's the same in dollars as well, which is a bit annoying. And it's, like I said, it's a standalone headset with its own storefront. Now, I'll do a proper review of the actual hardware itself in another video, but what I'm going to be looking at, as stated earlier, in how this can help me play a role in tabletop gaming. So with the events of this year, with the pandemic and such, I have pretty much not seen my gamer group for about 9 months to about a year. In fact, I can actually say I've actually played one live game of Dungeons and Dragons this year total. I have been getting involved with some online groups, so thank you James McCloy, Carlos and Tommy for playing along with me on that, and that was fun. However, it doesn't quite give me the same sort of experience that I have sitting around a table. Now, one of the things that I have been looking at is TableTopSimulator, and before buying the VR headset, I have been trying to use the mouse and keyboard with it, and personally, I don't find it that ergonomic. Although some people have had quite a lot of good experiences, I feel there's a lot of controls around. This is where this is coming quite handy. So, the past few days, I've had this hooked up to my computer, which enables me to play the Steam VR through the headset, and the past 2 days I've been playing around with TableTopSimulator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip the headset on and we'll have a look at these together. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see that I have successfully launched TableTopSimulator, and this is pretty much the room that I get to hang out in. As you can see, it's a square room, and if I turn around, the main menu actually follows me around as well. So first of all, I'm going to use my control pad to create a session, and I'm just going to do single player for now so we can have a look at what's available. So we've got the classic stuff, which has things like reverse-y, piece pack tools, Chinese checkers, but also I know there's stuff like solitaire, poker, chess is what I'm looking for, and also RPG. So I'm just going to start up chess first. And as you can see, I pretty much have a chess set right in front of me, and it's absolutely beautiful. So I have played around with some of these settings first. So for example, I can pick up a piece, and I can also start smashing things around me because I can't see in. And putting it down, it goes right in the right place. And just gonna pick up the knight as well. Cool thing I can do with this is pull down on the thumbstick and I get a nice view of it working there, which is beautiful. So like I say, I've changed some of the settings so that I have what we call a sticky grip, so I only need to grip the item once, and that's just by pulling this trigger here. So technically I'm picking up using my middle finger. Previously it was a case of using the index finger and middle finger, which I thought was stupid because no one's going to be picking up anything using these two fingers. I hope the camera's recording that, because I can't see a thing that's going on. So let's switch to another game so I can give you a bit of an idea of what's going on. So let's go to games. And we're going to go to classic again. The connections here. And RPG is the one that I want to show you. Now this one really sold it on me. Okay, so check this out. This is the sort of thing that I like. So I can use the A button to move the board around, which is fantastic, but look at these. You've got a whole host of miniatures which not only are already painted, but some of them, in fact all of them, are pretty much animated as well. So let's have a look at this guy. So again, let's grow him, and if I move left or right I can actually shrink or enlarge him, but that is fantastic. And I just place them down wherever I want. See, our RPGs aren't going to be RPGs without dragons, so let's pick this one up and have a look at him. And he's just fantastic. I can also flip him around on my right hand side and move him around, which is great. And just place him where I want. Now, one of the things that you might have noticed with the chess game and this game is the chess piece is actually locked to the squares, which is really useful. When I've been playing around with this, not so much. So let's just take this dungeon tile here and place it like that. Unless there's something I'm missing, or something I've not yet played around with in the settings, kind of. So there's a slight gap there. Can I turn it around? So as you can see, I'm creating a room. Now, will a player piece scale down? Let's put this mummy. Let's have a look at him. That's just fantastic. Love the glowing eyes. So, yeah, I suppose that is working. Put a table in there. But I think I would like it more if I knew the pieces snapped together really well. Still feels a little bit loose for me. Just get over there without destroying what's on my desk and what I can't see. So I'm just going to grab this tile. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of snap where things will snap together, because now I want to take this Cyclops and place him on there. So scale wise, I don't know, because quite clearly these pieces are all scaled quite nicely, but it seems like the miniatures themselves might be oversized. I mean, let's face it, if you're playing D&D, you're working on a grid that will have things touching. So, and to me, the playing piece, see, I'm even struggling to actually put it in there. Oh dear. Yep, everything's gone wrong now. So, and like I said, this is something that actually comes with the game, so it does feel a little bit broken at the moment, but I'm sure someone will fix it. I mean, the other good thing about this is there's a lot of items in the Steam Workshop we can work with as well. So I'm just gonna switch to games again, and I'm gonna have a look at Hero Quest. So let's have a look at this. Okay, so this looks absolutely beautiful. I used to play this when I was a teenager, and we have pretty much everything we need. So yes, these are pretty much identical to the original pieces as well, which is cool. So we used to be able to put stuff like, there's a bit of rubble, we can put a trap. Whoops. I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that I need to move the board as well. Let's put our wizard down. Now, the wizard is actually shown as a cardboard mini, which is okay, I suppose. But you know, the fact that we've got goblin minis, you know, which are animated, painted, and look fantastic. I would hope to have that. So, and that fits quite well. So that works out really, really good. I can't remember how to play Hero Quest. So let's see how we can use the dice. I don't think I rolled that. So we've got our commands up there, so we should have something for rolling. Alright. Oh, that's cool. And it still came back as 3, so I'm not 100% sure if that rolled or not. Alright, we could go with that. It's like 4. Okay, that's quite a good random system, I like that. Right, so yes, it does work. Cool. So I remember building these dungeons. Let's put a rule book. Again, I would like things to snap in place, but I suppose I will do. So the question I need to ask is, will this work for playing against someone else online? I think depending on the modules, yeah. Yeah, these are just fantastic. I can also group select as well, I think. So we'll do that. Yeah. So let's group all those damage dice. No, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing now. Excellent. So that works really, really well. And I can see this being useful for if you want to play Warhammer and stuff, which is great. So what I'll do, I'll leave it at that for now. But this is pretty much a pretty decent overview of games that you can play. So, like I say, you can create a room, set it up to speak to your friends. I think that's brilliant, the fact that you can actually zoom in and stuff as well, because I think even though I've got very good vision, it does look a little bit blurry on the screen for me, but I'm quite happy with that. How cool is that? So no need to spend a couple of $100 on ordering Hero Quest when it's here for you now already. So let's switch off the headset and have a good look. So what do we think? Well, yeah, I think the technology's moved on a hell of a lot since the 1990s. Is it gonna work for having socially distanced tabletop gaming? I think it has its potential. The chess game looked perfectly simple. I mean, basically, I've known how to play chess for a very, very long time. So as long as you're playing against someone who also knows, then shouldn't be an issue. And I do like the way that the chess pieces do snap together as well. So, or they snap to the chessboard, I should say. So that's good. The RPG side looks absolutely fantastic. However, I do feel like it could do a bit of work. I don't like how the bases seem to be a little, or the pieces seem to be a little bit oversized compared to, say, the dungeon tiles that you get. Being able to drop pieces next to one another needs to be a little bit more seamless. So having some sort of snapping system like you do on chess would be really, really beneficial. Hero Quest was interesting because it seemed to be absolutely everything that you actually need. Falling short of actually have a physical copy of the rule book next to me, that would help a great deal. And I can see that being a fantastic game to play with 3 other friends. Obviously, they're going to need to have copies of Tabletop Simulator, and depending on what they want to do, whether they feel comfortable not working in VR or using VR, that's entirely up to them. But I think the VR works very, very well for me. Now, with regarding the software, there are tons and tons of mods made on the Steam Workshop. There are some official DLC, but with the experience of the RPG module which comes with it, I'm not 100% cool with whether the official DLC would be as good as it could be, and I would expect it to be very, very good if I'm actually forking out money for it. The workshop items are free, so you pretty much get what you pay for, and I think it pretty much will be hit and miss whether you get a good module or not. So with the Hero Quest one, I think that's a good example of a very, very good module. All in all, I think there is a lot of potential there. It's going to take a lot of getting used to. I mean, basically, I've been playing around with the software for 2 days before I was even ready to make the video. And as you can see, there are still things that I need to learn. But, like I said, the future looks bright. It doesn't look like we're going to be coming out of lockdown anytime soon. I would love to play with my tabletop group again. And this is probably going to be the closest I'm going to be able to get to at some point. So we're just going to have to make do for now. I don't think anything is a real substitute for sitting with your friends, having drinks and laughing and playing. But this hopefully will come a little bit more closer. And having the VR available is just an absolutely fantastic bonus. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you could hit that like button. And if you like what I do, please feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. All these little things help the channel to grow. So until next time, stay safe and take care.